Hello, and welcome to episode 1 of Inspire You, the podcast that motivates you to live your best life. I'm your host, Manuela Nunes, and today we are going to discuss the major changes in a pandemic and post-pandemic world. The coronavirus has spread since the first case hit Wuhan at the end of 2019 and has now landed in almost every part of the world. The pandemic has changed a lot of things about our lives in some pretty obvious ways, changes that you've probably heard all about. For example, many countries have had to introduce legally mandated lockdowns to enforce physical separation, which are ravaging economies worldwide. We can't also forget that bereavement, which is a difficult experience under any situation, is taking place under very challenging circumstances during the coronavirus pandemic. Speaking for myself, my grandfather passed away and my family and I have had a hard time struggling with the grieving process. In addition, many of the typical rituals that honor a person's life and mark their passing may look different as we continue to take steps to reduce the spread of the virus. I believe this can make it more difficult to adapt to the reality of life without that person's presence. It's easy to lose your hopes and brood over the negative side effects of any event, especially when as a community we're battling a global pandemic. However, for every low there is a high, and I think future, although uncertain, is going to bring positive changes that can already be seen. For instance, as life slowed down, many people are getting involved in volunteer work to overcome feelings of inertia and helplessness as they are separated from loved ones and witness reports on the suffering experienced by several families. In my church, volunteers started undertaking tasks such as delivering medication from pharmacies, offering help with shopping, and also making regular phone calls to isolated people. It's worth to remember that the pandemic had posed a threat to the whole education system. Schools, universities, and colleges have been shut down. Yes, it's saddening, but have you looked at the brighter side yet? Education institutions have found, thanks to technology, a way to overcome this challenging series of events. Nowadays, online classes are being used not only as a solution to ensure the continuation of learning, but also as a way to increase access to education. This semester, since almost everything is available online, I could take courses that offered me varied opportunities to grow social and academically. These are unsettling times, and COVID-19 is clearly impacting our personal lives and those that we love. But the pandemic can be the moment the world pushes back against fear and isolationism and turns instead towards hope, solidarity, and a shared sense of global community. In the next episode, I'm going to show you how to build good habits. Wish it could be featured on a future episode of Inspire You? You can. Just click on the link in the show notes to submit your application. Stay physically distant but socially connected. Please take care and be safe.